My live account with FX Stabilizer is one of the best I've ever had, and there's a good reason for that. Together with my team, we perform detailed backtesting, demo testing and live trading before placing it on a larger $5,000 live account. The result? I'm about to request my third profit withdrawal from IC Markets because the robot made another $1,000 profit. In addition, we've been in touch with the vendor directly and they explained exactly how this robot works and how to manage it properly. And today I'm going to share all of that with you. And if you want to see more insights, tips and secrets about expert advisors, make sure to subscribe. That's what keeps me motivated and energized to record these videos and share my real trading results. So that's the live account I have with IC Markets, and at the time of recording this video you can see that my profit is nearly $3,000. If I show the account history, you'll see plenty of trades that opened and closed, and I have requested withdrawals 2 times. So the second time was right exactly this one, a withdrawal of $1,015 on the 7th of October, and this one $951 back on the 23rd of August. And if I show you the track record I have for this account, you will see that again the expert advisor made nearly $1,000 profit. So the starting balance is $5,000 once it made $1,000. Oh, this is 20%. This is my target for the live accounts. Once I reach that, I just withdraw the profits, and quite often I don't even wait. If I see it very close, like 953, in this case I just withdraw back to the starting balance, and if I see another 20%, I withdraw again, and now it is almost there, 5,945. So I'll be requesting a withdrawal by the end of the week again. Now I want to show you one more track record that I have for the $1,000 live account, and this is where I requested the withdrawal at $500 profit the first time, and now when it is above 365, again I've submitted a withdrawal. But the FX Stabilizer is really quick, so sometimes I miss to see that it made 20%, but the more profits the better, of course. Now the difference is that in the $1,000 live account I am trading 4 currency pairs, and in the 5K account I am trading 8 currency pairs, which is very important point for this expert advisor, and I will explain the details about how much of a capital you need for each currency pair and what is the risk and how you can control that, and I learned that from the vendor. Also, before selecting the currency pairs, make sure you check the spreads for your broker. For example, I've been using IC Markets because they have really tight spreads for the major currency pairs, and that is vital when we trade with expert advisors. I'll just show you the spread column for the live account with IC Markets so you can see how much it is. Now if I show you the open trades, you will see that this expert advisor uses a grid martingale system. So for example, at the moment it is trading the dollar cat, and there is a sequence of short trades. So it started selling the dollar cat. If I zoom out, you will see that there are a few trades open. The first one was in here, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. So the first 2 opened with the same lot, and then it started increasing the lots, and the take profit is right at this level, 139.85. But even though it is a grid martingale system, I know exactly how much I am risking, and I will show you the email I got from the vendor because it was quite interesting for me to see. So Maria from the team is in contact with them, and what they said is that to be able to open all trades on the strategies, the FX Stabilizer Pro requires the following minimum deposits, which are also the maximum possible losses using the first lot 0.01. And that is not common for all expert advisors. The minimum required amount is exactly how much you are risking for each currency pair. That's the total loss you may have. So for example, with the euro dollar with a durable mode, and that's the one we are using, it's $1,000 life account you would need, or if it's a bigger account, you would be using $1,000 from that account. For the Aussie is 1,300, for the euro yen is 1,500, and you can see all of the rest. Trading with the minimum deposits means using 100% of the deposit. And you can pause the video to read the whole email, but below it says, for trading on all of the supported currency pairs, the FX stabilizer, at the same time, the minimum needed deposit is 2,800 using 0.01 lot. And the recommended deposit from the vendor is 5,500. And that is why I deposited 5,000 in this account. And because from the inputs it wasn't really clear how much we are risking, because we can set a risk limit of 40 and then we can set a fixed lot of 0.01. At the beginning I was a little bit confused why it's 40% in there, because with most of my accounts I risk 50% from the entire account. This is my protection in the account, but this is not exactly the case with FX Stabilizer Pro, because I have one more email to show you. And it is this email over here. Yep, so initially we were setting it to 50 risk limit, which increased the starting lot to 0.02 or 3 for some of the currency pairs, and I just said to my team and Maria, that is too much. The performance is absolutely amazing. The expert advisor makes an average of 20% a month. We don't need it. 10% is more than enough. Remember that we have 2% minimum target for every account, so 20% is just amazing, but we don't need it. Let's try to reduce the risk in the account. So she sent another email, and what we received is the following. With the enable auto risk option, FX Stabilizer Pro sets first lot 0.01 for each of the currency pairs with the relevant amount. The EA calculates lot sizes and sets stop loss and take profit for each trade in such a way so that in the worst case, the total loss of trades in the strategy could not exceed a specified risk in case of using recommended deposits. And if you disable the auto risk, then you will be able to specify the start lot manually, and in this case the max possible loss could not exceed the following amounts for each currency pair, and even if the balance increases, the lot size will remain the same. So we reduced to 40 the risk limit in the account, and now we're taking slightly lower risk. You can see that the first trade with Aussie dollar started with 0.01, and the last couple of weeks, while previously I can show you right in here it was starting with 0.04, but if I show you the back test, I will right click and hit on test for the expert advisor, for example on the Aussie, and let's back test it, let's say for the last 2-3 years. I'll just go back to the 22nd of October 2023. It is H1 time frame. I'll stick to deposit of $5,000. Everything is alright as modeling, and I will just add a little bit of a latency like 100, and I'll click on start. Now once the backtest starts, you will see a very smooth graph going upwards, very clear grid martingale equity line. The balance line is pretty much always on the positive side, but from time to time there are these drawdowns, and before you start trading grid martingale systems, you have to accept the risk and the fact that there will be drawdowns. But when the risk is measured and you know exactly how much you're risking, then it's a different story. The backtest is almost ready. Here it is. If I show you the equity drawdown, you will see that it is just 6.75%. If I right click and export this backtest, we will see that the trades start exactly with 0.01, and that is because I've set the risk limit to 40, which was the recommended value from the vendor, and if I increase that value to 50 or 60, this will increase the initial starting lot, which makes it risky. It will bring you more money, but it will get riskier at some point and you may end up losing money instead of making money. 20%, as you saw, per month is more than enough, guys. We don't need it. That's why we reduce the risk a little bit. So let's see how this account will perform. Also, on the Algo trading space, you can learn more about the FX stabilizer. You can learn more about how it works. And down on the bottom, you will see all of the accounts that we have. And you'll also see that we've put the different currency pairs on individual $1,000 live accounts. And those accounts bring me 3 to 4% a month, which I don't know if I said it already a few times, but is more than enough. If you have any questions about the FX stabilizer, let me know down below in the comments. I'll be super happy to answer. One of the best EAs we've been trading, and if you want to learn how we've been trading it on a different type of account, check out this video on my side. And before I hit the camera with my hand, take care, don't forget I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.